Alright, how you guys doing? My name's Daniel Longeal. I'll be presenting a couple chapters today. My two chapters are in section chapter 9, listening to outgroup members. We'll get started right through here. Titles: Outgroup members, individuals in a group or organization who do not identify themselves as a part of a larger group and who are disconnected and not fully engaged in working towards the goals of a group. Reason outgroup members are formed explains why and how individuals identify with the particular social groups and how these identifications affect their behavior. It's very hard when you're an outgroup member to talk to people who you don't feel like you're fully involved with. And last but not least, how when individuals can identify with a group, that's when they are formed through the outgroup. It's very hard when you're left outside of a task, and it's hard to become into a group, especially like with your team with random members as what we were at this group. Moving on to the next slide, strategies to help outgroup members. We'll go through a couple lists. Number 1, listen to outgroup members. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory on that. Number 2, show empathy to outgroup members. It's very hard to meet with random people and then form a group, and then it's something where you start a group chat, you have Skype, FaceTime calls, process like that. Number 3, recognize unique contributions of outgroup members. Explains itself. Number 4, help outgroup members feel included. It's very hard to feel like everyone included in the group and bring them all together. Number 5, create a special relationship with outgroup members. It's not always about school and strict deadlines. You can always create a personal level and go beyond the task of school. You can also become personal, and that's how you move your project right along. And number 6, give your outgroup members a voice and empower them to act. It's always helpful when you give them an important task to make feel like they're important and carry on throughout the group. Excuse me. Mark Parker's role in outgroup members. We'll start off. Mark Parker is very keen into listening to his outgroup members. Parker listens to what people have to say and while being attentive to what people mean. As well as Mark Parker took everyone's opinions, even those who were on the border not fully engaged, to help him making the multiple breakthrough and the company prompting to him becoming the 3rd CEO of Nike, which is absolutely incredible. Nike is one of the biggest shoe companies in the entire world, not just in America, but throughout everywhere. And he takes all of his opinions of all of his members, which is huge because you don't see that through these big corporations nowadays. All right, and then our last but not least, empathy to outgroup members. With the first slide, a process in which individuals suspend his or own feelings in an effort to fully understand the feelings of another individual. Special kind of listening. Not every person is the same. Not every person is the way you are and the way you think. And then last but not least, having empathy towards all group members is the best way to make sure everyone feels welcome and all want to put the same effort into the group. It's super, super, super important to have everyone feel like they're welcomed and to have everyone feel like they're part of the group and they're contributing to a whole goal of what their group is about. We're going to be moving on to section 5, actual chapter 12, overcoming obstacles, which Mark Parker has done throughout his entire CEO and moving up through Nike. We'll go to definition: obstacles, a problem that hinders a group in an activity. Move on to the next one, a leader who challenges individuals to perform at the highest level possible, establishes a high standard of excellence, and seeks continuous improvement. Also, a leader who presents himself in a way that suggests to others that he knows what he's doing. Moving on to the next slide, there's 3 main leadership goals that are talked about in this chapter. Moving through obstacles, there's participative, path goal, and supportive. We'll go through a couple of them, all of them actually. Participative leadership is a leader invites who others share in ways and means of getting things done. Pretty self-explanatory. If everyone's participative, everyone feels like they're welcomed. Path goal, also very self-explanatory, moving towards a goal that everyone has in mind, and the leadership in which a leader should choose a style that best fits the need of each individual group member. And we'll move on to the last one, supportive. A leader who provides what is missing, the human connection. Human connection is huge and supportive because it makes everyone feel like they're welcomed into the group. And finishing off by encouraging others when they are engaged in tasks that are boring and unchallenging. Offers a sense of human touch for those engaged in mundane mechanical activity, which is huge when moving through obstacles. Moving on to one of our next slides, overcoming obstacles. In any business, there's dependently impediments that should be looked at any time, just like a CEO, business owners, or even managers. Just because you're the bottom of the food chain, or you're a manager, or you're the up-level managers, overcoming obstacles is part of your everyday task. Parker bought numerous design specs that aided yet in addition bombed through seasons of testings. It's not every idea he had was the best idea in the world. That's why he had to do many testings. And each impediment can be defeated, whether it's simplified yourself or with your entire group supporting you with it. Parker learned through thick and thin to face his obstacles head on and not let him bring down his motivation to become where he is today. Parker is a very successful businessman, obviously the CEO of Nike, the third CEO, and he's doing very well in his motivation and overcoming obstacles. Thank you.